Icy Hot Beats.
All right, we're back with the Arbor Arms Tradesman pack here, looking at the 40mm setup. All right, so you can carry a pretty legitimate amount of 40mm ammo on here. You're looking at an easy 25 rounds between the top pocket and external pouches. All right, there are a couple things I want to go over as we go through this as far as the build stuff, and it's a little bit confusing to me. But we'll first go over how this carries the grenades. All right, so you've got 5 on the side. You can't fully mount another 5 below that. If a little bit of overhang is okay with you, then you can bump this thing up to a total of 35 grenades. All right, and you can do that on either side of the pack. Okay, so a potential for 10 grenades up each side of the pack. Then using your flapped cover for this top pocket, as well as the elastic insert, you can fit 10 grenades in the top pocket. I should throw out a caveat here. I didn't have 10 of the same grenade available to really showcase this, so I borrowed some airsoft grenades, same dimensions and everything. But all of your taller specialty rounds you're going to want to put in this top pocket. So an example there that we're looking at is one of your parachute grenades here. All right. It will carry the shorties as well. However, the tall ones don't fit in the external pouches very well. So 10 grenades up top. I will say this is not a configuration that you're going to want to change on the fly. You need to get these elastic inserts in here completely spread out inside this pouch, or fitting 10 grenades in there is going to be a nightmare. 8, if you want to settle for that, is super easy, and you could just slap those pouches in without much thought behind it and fit 8. No issues at all. All right. And then 5 on the face down here. These smaller external pouches will fit a wide variety of grenades. So we're looking at this super shorty here. You've got a buckshot grenade that'll fit in there, no problem. Moving all the way up to your signal grenades, those will fit in there. And then obviously your standard size grenades, your marking rounds, all of those fit, no problem. It's just those really long specialty rounds that you can't fit in these external pockets, right? They're built just like a lot of the bandoliers out there, so they've got a relatively open bottom on them with a simple strap, but they're a consistent size. You don't have to worry about anything falling out. All right, now that we've covered how many grenades you can carry, I want to touch on a couple of things that threw me off just a little bit on the build here. So this one is more of an aesthetic thing, or if you're a fan of symmetry, which I am. So it's just kind of a small annoyance. It doesn't hurt functionality at all. This pouch is 6 columns wide, and this pocket is 7 columns wide. So if that throws you off, just be aware of that. I think in all reality, they could have fit another grenade on here with a 7 wide platform, and I don't know exactly why they didn't. All right, looking at the pouches here, I just want to show you, when you're done weaving the molly, it should tuck back into the pouch. All right, so I left this one hanging so you can see where that gap is there. And the reason why I point that out is on the side here, the dimensions of the pouch make it so that if you tuck that back in, this bottom inch is basically free floating. All right, it doesn't reach down to the next row of molly, which is not going to affect the security of the pouch. Maybe a little bit of stability. You might have some wiggle in that bottom grenade. Not a huge deal, just something worth pointing out. And I found it a little bit confusing why Arbor Arms didn't just, since this is their pack, build an external pouch that matches the available footprint. I guess in reality you could drop this down and maybe have a frag grenade or something, or a smoke grenade up top. Maybe they didn't want to utilize all this space. Maybe they thought 25 grenades was enough, which I'm not a grenadier, so I don't know. That could be a ton of grenades. But it would be cool to see them at least make the option of, you can get the 5 grenade, or you can get the one that completely fills the side panel. All that said though, they're very, very sturdy pouches. We've already gone over the build quality there. And then if they did make that extended one, that would leave the side maybe for more of a law enforcement role, but you could have, you know, your specialty ammo, some smaller ammo, and then you could have the actual launcher on either this side or the 3-column side. So this thing would be an entire grab and go 40 millimeter or 37 millimeter setup, depending on your usage. And the backpack itself would be the only thing you have to recover from a vehicle or a downed person or something like that. So that might be kind of cool. I don't know if one of the S&S Precision like M203 or M320 holsters would fit on here, but that's an option that's out there if you wanted to make more of a grab and go grenade setup. And then last but not least, since it's been so long since I went over this, there is a little bit of elastic in the bottom of this pocket, so you could absolutely fit some more grenades in there if you needed even more capacity, or you could get, you know, a grenade insert or something and put it in there, so you've got a ton of 40 millimeter ammo. But that is the Arbor Arms Tradesman in 40 millimeter configuration. Last thing before we get into my specific uses for it is going to be conventional small arms, and we'll see how that works out.